sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the Bills sideline is Sean McDermott. His guys pulled off a massive upset over the 2 seed a week ago. Now trying to take it a step further here in the divisional round. His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys fresh coming off the bye, ready to prove they are the team to beat in the conference. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Into the air right away is Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
To throw, it's Allen. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round.
A gain of 15.
The slot man in motion right. Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Back to the ground, Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Allen going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards there, just like last play. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game, as it's first and goal. Cook. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They try again with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye. Earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Jackson going to keep it. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 10-yard line.
Here's Allen. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
That's good for a Bills. First down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Bills first down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a second and long situation. Here's Allen to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and a couple.
Second and 2. At the Bills' 20.
Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Shedding the tackle. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Quick slant to Shakir. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Thomas, 71 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To the air, Allen going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Allen. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's Jordan Stout now.
Jordan Stout in formation.
Wester on the return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll set up a throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson going to keep it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Look to run it a little more with a big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Henry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jackson going to keep it. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Now hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Bills first down. It's a gain of 20.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It leads to second and 10.
On second and 10. Allen. Open man is Palmer. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. From the 24 now, here's second down and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
He was defended by Quandre Diggs.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A throw right side here going to be incomplete. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now it's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Allen will get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, but it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. And again, it's Allen. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Palmer going to go in motion left. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On play action, Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
And the Bills.
They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Cook up the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going forward here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And it's Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Powerful running. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
And less than a yard.
Sit on! 180! What a shot!
They'll run forward Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
319!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Joseph Osai just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Palmer. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, got to have this one. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 40.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Allen. Shakir holds it in. Still fighting for more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Now this time, Allen will throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. What's good on the extra point? And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line.
180! 180!
Henry up the middle. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
180!
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.